Welcome to our channel, where hidden treasures in everyday coins come to life. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of 4 fascinating Lincoln cents: the 1959, the 1971D, the 1974S, and the 1999D. These coins may look ordinary, but some of them could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Stay tuned, because you might discover that you already own one of these rare gems. The 1959 1-cent coin belongs to the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, officially known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, which was first issued in 1959. This year marked a major change in U.S. coinage history. Before 1959, from 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured the iconic wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and growth. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design, the Lincoln Memorial. This design was created by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. The 1959 cent was the first penny to feature the Lincoln Memorial on the back, a design that would continue until 2008. The obverse features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's profile faces right, symbolizing dignity and determination. Around the edge, you'll see the inscriptions: "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" on the left, 1959 at the bottom, indicating the year of minting. If you look closely, you can even see tiny Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a tribute to the famous statue in Washington, D.C. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top, E Pluribus Unum above the memorial, 1 cent at the bottom. This was a revolutionary design because it added depth and realism compared to the wheat cent reverse. The 1959 1-cent coin was minted at 2 locations: Philadelphia Mint No Mint Mark, Denver Mint D Mint Mark. Specifications: composition 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc. Weight 3.11 grams. Diameter 19.05 millimeters. Thickness 1.55 millimeters. Edge plane. Mintage numbers: Philadelphia 748,537,500 coins. Denver 436,800,000 coins. These numbers indicate the Philadelphia. The coin was slightly more common, but both coins are widely available in circulation. Varieties and errors. Coin collectors often look for varieties and errors that make the 1959 cent more valuable. Some notable examples include doubled die obverse DDO, slight doubling of Lincoln's profile or lettering, die cracks and cuds, small raised lines or blobs caused by cracked dies, off-center strikes, coins where the design is slightly misaligned. Even minor errors can dramatically increase a coin's value among collectors. Collector value. The 1959 1 cent is generally not extremely rare, but it's highly collectible. In uncirculated condition. Approximate values: circulated 5 to 25 cents. Uncirculated 50 cents. $1.50. Brilliant uncirculated $5 to $15. Special varieties doubled die proofs can reach $50 or more. Key factors affecting value, condition. Mint mark and errors. Lincoln Centennial 1959 marked 150 years since Lincoln's birth, making this coin historically significant. Lincoln Memorial detail. If you look under magnification, you can see Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, a tiny Easter egg for collectors. First year for the memorial reverse. It's the start of a new era in U.S. penny design. Always check for the mint mark D or no mark. Examine coins under magnification for doubled die or mint errors. Store coins in acid-free holders to prevent damage and oxidation. Seek coins in uncirculated condition for maximum collector value. Next, 1971 ED. 1 cent. The Lincoln cent, also called the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1971 ED penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the ED mint mark below. The date on the obverse. In the early 1970s, the U.S. was still using pennies composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc pre-1982 composition. The Lincoln cent series of this era reflected the continuity of President Lincoln's legacy and was widely circulated across the United States. Features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Key inscriptions. In God We Trust along the top edge. Liberty to the left of Lincoln's portrait. The date 1971 and mint mark ED to the right. Lincoln's profile remained largely unchanged since 1909, but subtle design refinements were made over the decades. Known as the wheat penny reverse. Lincoln wheat cent designed by Brenner. Features 2 stalks of wheat framing. United States of America at the top. And 1 cent in the center. The phrase E pluribus unum sits above the denomination. This reverse design was used from 1909 to 1958, so note 1971 D actually has the Lincoln Memorial reverse, not wheat. The Lincoln Memorial reverse was introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, including tiny details of Lincoln's statue inside, which collectors often check for clarity. Mint, Denver, D. Composition 95% copper, 5% zinc. Weight 3.11 grams. Diameter 19.05 millimeters. Edge plane, smooth. Mintage, approximately 1,066,000,000. Coins minted in Denver, making it fairly common in circulation. Interesting mint facts. The 1970s saw heavy circulation, so many coins show wear even from this era. Denver's mint mark placement and the strike quality varies slightly, which can be noticeable to sharp-eyed collectors. Collectors love varieties and mint errors. The 1971 D. Lincoln cent has a few notable types. Double die obverse DDO. Slight doubling in the inscriptions or date can significantly increase value if confirmed. Occur when the coin blank shifts during striking. These are eye-catching and collectible. Minor imperfections in the die appear as raised lines or blobs on the coin. These are sought after by error collectors. Most 1971 pennies are common in circulated condition, worth about 5 to 10 cents. Uncirculated condition. Coins can fetch $1 to $10, depending on grading. Key factors influencing value. Condition grade higher, luster higher. Value. Error types. Eye appeal and strike clarity. Tips for collectors. Look for coins with full date visibility and minimal wear. Keep coins in a cool, dry environment to preserve copper luster. Check for doubled dies or mint errors, which are far more valuable than standard circulation coins. 1971 was a significant year in the U.S. coinage history as it was part of the post-World War II circulation boom, with billions of coins produced. Lincoln pennies are the longest-running U.S. coin series with continuous production since 1909. Despite being common, these pennies carry historical significance and are an excellent starting point for new collectors. Next, 1974 1 cent. The Lincoln cent, or penny, was first issued in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Fast forward to 1974, the United States Mint continued to produce pennies in large numbers, but this year is special for collectors because of the San Francisco Mint production marked with an S mint mark. San Francisco primarily produced coins for collectors using the proof coinage process, giving them a distinctive, mirror-like finish. The 1970s were an interesting time for the U.S. economy, with rising inflation and changes in coin metal composition looming on the horizon. The 1974 penny still maintained the traditional 95% copper and 5% zinc composition, unlike the 1982 pennies when the composition changed dramatically. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust" at the top, "Liberty" on the left side, the year 1974 on the right, and the S mint mark under the date, representing the San Francisco Mint. The reverse side shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959 for Lincoln's 150th birthday. Above the memorial is the phrase "United States of America," and below it, 1 cent. Between the two columns of the memorial, you can also see a tiny depiction of Lincoln himself, adding incredible detail for such a small coin. The proof coins from San Francisco are particularly striking. They feature a highly polished background and frosted raised elements, creating a beautiful contrast that is almost like a miniature piece of art. Collectors often prize these coins for their sharp detail and reflective surfaces. The 1974 proof pennies were struck with extra care at the San Francisco Mint. Unlike regular circulation coins, proof coins were struck at least twice with specially polished dies to create that mirror-like finish. Some key points to note about the 1974 penny. It is part of the proof set, which often includes all denominations of that year. The San Francisco Mint produced only a Limited number of these coins, making them rarer than their Philadelphia and Denver counterparts. Collectors sometimes look to die varieties, such as doubled dies or small errors, while the 1974 S is generally free of major errors. There are minor die cracks or polished die lines that may appear on some coins, which can slightly increase value. Interestingly, most of the 1974 S pennies were made for proof sets rather than circulation, so finding one in uncirculated condition outside the proof set is exceptionally rare and valuable. The value of a 1974 S Lincoln cent depends on its condition. A regular proof coin in perfect condition can sell for a few dollars. Coins graded by grading services like or NGC can fetch much higher prices among serious collectors. Condition is everything when it comes to proof coins. Any scratches, fingerprints, or discoloration can significantly reduce value. Because the 1974 S was produced in smaller numbers than Philadelphia or Denver coins, it's considered more collectible, especially for those completing a full-proof set of Lincoln cents. For beginner collectors, even owning one of these coins is a piece of history and a connection to the past, to the era of the 1970s, to the craftsmanship of the San Francisco Mint, and to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Here are a few fun facts about the 1974 S penny. No pennies were made in 1975 with the San Francisco proof strike due to adjustments in coinage demand, making 1974 S the last of its kind before a small gap. Some proof coins show a slight cameo effect, where Lincoln's bust stands out against a reflective background. These pennies are part of many collectors' Lincoln cent sets, which aim to capture the evolution of the coin from 1909 to the present last 1999 D1 cent. The Lincoln cent, also called the Lincoln penny, has been in continuous production since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. By 1999, the Lincoln cent had undergone several modifications, including changes in composition and mint marks. The 1999 D penny was minted in Denver, hence the AD mint mark, and continued the tradition of honoring Lincoln on the obverse side. The 1999 Lincoln cent was also part of the Lincoln Bicentennial Redesign Initiative, which, though more prominent in 2009, reflected an ongoing interest in honoring Lincoln's legacy. Features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, based on Brenner's original 1909 design. Includes the inscriptions: Liberty on the left side, In God We Trust above Lincoln's head. The mint mark AD appears to the right of the date. The date reads 1999, prominently displayed near the lower right. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The inscriptions include United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum above the memorial, 1 cent below the memorial. If you look closely, the small figure of Lincoln can be seen inside the memorial, symbolizing historical attention to detail. This combination of historical tribute and meticulous design makes the 1999 D. Lincoln cent a fascinating coin for collectors. The 1999 D1 cent is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a composition introduced in 1982 to reduce costs while keeping the penny visually similar to earlier copper pennies. Specifications: diameter 19.05 millimeters, thickness 1.52 millimeters, weight 2.5 grams, edge smooth, mint Denver D. These specifications are standard for modern Lincoln cents, ensuring durability and consistency for circulation. The 1999 D. Lincoln cent was widely produced, with a total mintage of 5,987,000,000 coins. While this makes it not rare in general circulation, certain error coins or uncirculated high-grade examples can be valuable. Look out for coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual coloration, as these are sought after by collectors. Despite the high mintage, the condition and rarity of specific coins can significantly impact their value. Coins graded or higher by professional grading services are particularly desirable. If you are considering collecting the 1999 D penny, check for mint condition coins with no wear, scratches, or discoloration are highly valued. Look for error varieties coins with doubled dies, broad strikes, or off-center strikes can fetch higher prices. Storage: use coin holders, flips, or albums to prevent oxidation and maintain luster. Certification: consider getting high-grade coins certified by or NGC to protect your investment and increase resale value. Even though the 1999 D penny is common, its historical significance and connection to Lincoln make it a worthwhile addition to any collection. In circulated condition, a 1999 D penny is worth face value 1 cent. In uncirculated or mint state, prices range from 10 cents to $2 depending on quality and errors. Rare errors or top-graded examples can command higher prices among collectors. Understanding the market value ensures you can make smart buying and selling decisions. So, from the historic 1959 to the error-hunting 1999 D, each of these pennies tells a unique story and holds a hidden chance of value. Always check your change carefully. That small copper coin in your pocket might just be a treasure waiting to be found. Welcome again to our coin collecting journey. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the chance to uncover the next rare coin in your pocket change.